Well, hello there. It is my belief that it is Thursday. I believe that currently the Buffalo Bills are playing Miami in Thursday night football. It is currently 10-7 Buffalo. Hello, lady. They're picking apart Tua right now. Tua, maybe not that guy. For those who don't know, September 12th is National Video Game Day. We were supposed to have a video game art break available today, but we are still missing art from one of the artists. So unfortunately, we don't have that for you on National Video Game Day. Sorry. What we do have is a gaggle of comics in any variety you could pretty much ask for, as well as some Super Break and Super Break pre-sale. Yes, sports fans. The pre-sale for Super Break Keepsake Multi-Sport Edition is up on our site. We only have 10 boxes. That is all we could get our hands on. They are selling for about $200 at most other places. We have it for a sweet, sweet $170. Yes, we do. Because we love you. And that's how we roll. Aside from that, it is going to be very similar to yesterday. Today we will talk a little bit about video games, as it is National Video Game Day. A little bit later in the stream, when a few more people are around, we are going to get our resident gaming expert in here to talk about games. And we will be able to chat about games of now, games of yesteryear, and maybe even some games in the future. I need this right about here. That'll work. All right. Today, about 29 miles. No. About 20 miles away from our house, we had a 4.7 earthquake epicenter, 7 kilometers north of Malibu, about 29 miles away from Thousand Oaks, where Melissa was driving on her way to work. And it was enough to wake me up out of a sound sleep. The initial crack of the earth shook my bed so violently I thought a cat jumped on it. And we have a very fat cat, I have to add. And then when I realized there was no cat on the bed, then everything started rumbling and swaying and moving. No damage to our house, but just an interesting way to be woken up at like 7:30 in the morning. Jimmy, what'd you think of the earthquake? Terrible, he said. He didn't like it. He didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. I have to get rid of this. Okay. What else is coming out? We have 3 projects that are in the final stages. 2 of them, I believe, will be ready next week for Shizzle. One of them may be held for the week after, of course, sheerly because of we want to release 3 projects at the exact same time.
Daddy,
Yeah, baby.
we have the C-3PO holiday thing inside the Star Wars Saga.
What Star Wars saga?
On Xbox.
I don't know, baby. I don't play those games anymore, honey. The Xbox is basically yours. Thank you. Did you turn on the Xbox to look?
And I know it. It's called C3PO Ho.
Oh, well, that makes sense, huh?
I know.
Okay.
I have the dumbest brain.
Nope. Adult children are trickling into town, so that's exciting. Nice. That's always nice, lady. My goodness, I can't wait till I have adult children.
I will. You will.
I know, you will be an adult in 10 years. So if I'm still alive, I will have an adult child.
And if mommy's not there?
Well, then why wouldn't mommy be there? Mommy's going to be around forever.
Well, she's 29.
She is 29. She's got at least another 100 years to live.
No, she's 39.
Ladies, like, I just got my final one to 18. I'm still working on my first. It is a task and a half. God bless you, lady.
Yeah, I've seen her. Now I follow Lady.
I know you follow lady
Why? How do you know?
because I know all about your Instagram account. So listen, play your games because in a little bit you're going to come on here and you're going to talk about video games with us. So play,
If Paul's here, he's gonna play.
James, play, and then I will call you over when it's time, okay? Okay. So yeah, that is our goal. Today was for National Video Game Day. There is still time, no matter if you're on the East Coast or the West Coast. Dave and Buster's was having half-priced games all day, including $5 snacks all day. And that includes ticket-bearing games. So James and I, after his grueling 2 hours of therapy today, went to Dave and Buster's and racked up 3,000 more tickets to add to our collection. We have a rule of thumb. We only spend a third of what we make and we save the other 2/3, saving up for a big prize. Don't know what the big prize is yet, but we're going to save for a big prize. We're sitting at just shy of 8,000 tickets. So that was a good day. So if you are near a Dave and Buster's, you can still take advantage of half price video game day. Take advantage of National Video Game Day, and enjoy yourself until closing time. For pretty low dough. Like we're talking, I don't think anything was over like 6.5 credits. That's pretty good. I think $33 buys you like 150 credits. So listen,
Daddy,
good stuff. Yeah, baby.
you know that I love you.
I know I love you too.
But who are you?
Oh, my Lanta. So it has been a busy day. Woke up to an earthquake. Went to 2 hours of therapy. Went to about an hour and a half of Dave and Buster's. Took a shower so that my face and head were clean shaven. Took a 40-minute nap because I'm old. And then drove. Where do we stop? Oh, we stopped at Walmart to get drinks.
No, to get some milk.
Need some drink some milk.
And we got some Kool-Aid.
Yep. I was so excited. I have been looking. What up, Sapuros? I have been looking for this for a while. I finally found it again. Believe it or not, of all of the places on the planet, Walmart has pink apple and lemon. My normal spot has discontinued it, so I am happy to have pink apple and lemon back. muy delicioso. Signed, certified, and delivered is front and center. Signed, sealed, delivered is right over my shoulder. Signed, sketched, and delivered is also over my shoulder. And the pops, as always, are right there. This is the pre-sale for the Keepsake Multi-Sport, and this is everything else that's available. Sapporo says, not a whole lot. How are you doing? I'm good. I was just telling everybody it's National Video Game Day. So we went to Dave & Buster's to play half-price video games. Once more people trickle in, Jimmy the Breaker is going to stop by and talk video games with us, which will be fun. I figured since it's a holiday based around his favorite thing in the world, we better have him on as an official guest. And that's it. I found out if I have him as a guest, I can have him chat because he's a guest and it's not him just doing primarily on the stream. So loopholes, loopholes, loopholes. Loopholes, loopholes. I found out Twitch has a weird thing going on. What's up, Limit Zero? LL Cool Jimmy C, aka Jimmy the Breaker, aka my 8-year-old son.
AKA Slipknot fan, AKA Metallica fan.
He's gonna come on and chat about his favorite current video games. Limit Zero, we could pick your brain about video games as well, since you design them and all. Just got in, heard video games, and ears whoop whoop perked up. I listen, I'm not gonna lie, I was a TurboGrafx 16 fan. TurboGrafx 16, Bonk's Revenge. Give me a big-headed caveman, head-butting dinosaurs, and I'm in. It is Zapporos. Yeah, I will say you did stink up the chat by posting that link and photo, though. That was a very clean and, dare I say, pleasant-smelling chat. And now it stinks of hot garbage, and, maca. Weren't those systems like 1K back in the day? No, they were actually pretty cheap. Their cabinet games were expensive. But they had, back in, it was probably the mid-90s, the consoles were, I don't know, like $250, $300. They weren't crazy. I don't know what you put it in, but whatever you put it in, you made it stink. Because the cup PU, stinky doo-doo. For those who don't know the joke, I used to crack, I've probably opened, this is not an exaggeration, this is true fact, I probably opened maybe 150 boxes of the cup, easily like 20 cases in one sitting. Not in one sitting, in 1 week when it would come out. I would open about 4 or 5 cases a day. I have launched at 400. Okay. I knew it wasn't crazy. It was nothing compared to like the PlayStation. It was cool. It was, they were like cards. They weren't cartridges. Basically, it was the inside of a cartridge, just as a card. You would slide it in. It was good. It was the first system to come with pre-modded controllers. The controllers had the ability to be rapid fire, hold down, or single shot, A, B, and C on the buttons. So you didn't need to buy a Wildcat controller. You had a pre-modded controller. Oh, I know. No, I dig it, dude. I like the Lucky 7. It's cool. But yeah, so let me tell you a story about the cup. I opened so much of the cup. The joke was the more we disrespected the cup, the better the cards were inside. So I would always open it first instead of saving the best for last to insult it. I would call it names. I would talk about how bad it smelled inside the tin. And the more I disrespected the cup, the better cards it yielded. Allure has color flow parallels because of you. Oh, do tell, Sapporos. I like Neo Geo. I had NES, I had Sega Genesis, I had TurboGrafx 16, PS2, PS4 5, um no, PS4, Xbox One, and I'm currently an Xbox guy. Xbox Series X and PC. He's like, I have it all. Well, you work in the industry. I hope you have one of each. I hope you have a ColecoVision in there somewhere. It is it growing up playing games, like I had a neighbor we had Nintendo. We had another neighbor who had Nintendo. The other one had Atari, one had Commodore, and then the guy who had Atari ended up getting Genesis. And then the person who had another Nintendo system got Super Nintendo, and that was crazy. And then N64 came out when I moved. My friend had N64. At that time, I was into, I think, PS, the earliest PS. I do it on the side. Oh, you work in aviation. Oh, I dig it. Sapporo says, I asked Upper Deck employees on a few podcasts specifically about how people call all parallels of something a rainbow and why they don't make a parallel that when it's together makes a rainbow. Oh, and here I thought they were going to say the neighbor had Atari and got E.T. No, but I have, I have played the original E.T. My neighbor did have a copy of E.T. It did hit the market. People think it was scrap before it hit the market. It did hit the market. It was not, the rumor has it they burned all the copies and buried them. It did hit the market first. I know because I've seen one. There's a picture somewhere in a friend. They did pull those out of the landfill. Yes. I know for a fact because there is a photograph. My friend's dead, so his little brother may have it somewhere, of us getting it for Christmas, and us watching the movie and then playing the game and then the game didn't. It was broken. Like it was non-playable basically. It was trash. But it did hit the market. I did play the game. You couldn't really get through it. It was just dumb. It was all about like flying off to the side of the screen. It was awful. Yeah, I did play the game. I can attest to it was garbage. It had really no point to it. It was bad. We went back to playing Pitfall. So yeah, we had Pong, the original Pong. We had lots of stuff. Oh no, my jersey's starting to die. Oh no, my jersey breaking. Gotta get a new one. That was worse as a kid, wanting a game so badly, getting it, and it turned out to be complete trash. My problem with video games is early video games, specifically NES, would have amazing cover art, usually paintings, or live action interpretations of the game. And not all of them would have live play footage screen caps on the back. So you would have to buy a game. Some of you will remember this. I know Limit Zero does. Sapporos probably does as well. You would have to buy a game based on the cover art, or waited until Nintendo Power Magazine came out, or Game Informer. And you would have to research it to see what it was like. Castlevania was amazing. It had amazing art and amazing gameplay. Deadly Towers was not. It had doo-doo gameplay, although it was one of the first north-south scrollers out there. The old cover art Bamboozle. Oh, I agree, Limit Zero. looking at the game covers at Toys R Us. I want that one, and thankfully they would hand you the game. What baby? I told you I would tell you when you could come out, honey. So please let me do my part, and then you can come out, or else you can't come out. Please have patience, honey. I know you don't, and it's something we're working on. You can talk about that as well. Just please let me work. I can't have you interrupting, Bubba, or else we'll never get anything done. For those who are new to the show and don't know, Jimmy is on the spectrum, and his tick is attention.
Stop.
He loves attention. Boy, James Cook is just touchdown after touchdown after touchdown tonight. Yeah, if you a game you want, you have to flip the thing and hope there was you'd have to look. The Toys R Us person would hand you the game, and you would flip it over and hope that there was a picture of a screenshot or a screen grab, so you could get an idea of the games. I had a favorite game growing up. The game was called Karnov. Karnov was the first game I ever beat on NES. I never beat Mario in my life. This is true. I never beat Mario because nobody would ever tell me the pattern on the last board to go over, under, over, or over, under, over, or whatever the pattern was. I couldn't do it. So, I never beat Mario. Karnov was the first game I ever beat. I was told later, many years later, that Karnov is actually one of the most difficult Nintendo games to beat, besides The Lion King, which was the second game I ever beat. The Lion King, which was on, I think, PlayStation. Contra was great. Up, up, down, down, left, right, ABBA. Select start. I did end up beating, the second game I ever beat in my life was Lion King, which was designed to be difficult to beat because at that time games were being rented. And in order to keep rentals up and rental renewals up, they actually worked hand in hand with some of the video game companies to make games harder during that period of time so that people had to rent them for longer and they could maximize their profits. It's a true story. Google it. Google it. It's true. The trick was you had to throw Scar over the edge. Most people didn't realize you just couldn't beat him by swatting him. You had to actually launch him over the edge to end the game. And you could actually hit him twice and then launch him right very early, and you could beat the game very quickly. But people would always try to drag him down and make it more difficult. And it was actually easy once you knew the secret. Yeah, Aladdin was another tough one, too. My brothers, crazy people. So with that said, what are each of your favorite video games? Saburo says, usually when I look at games, they have like 5 in stock, and it's 5 I'd never ever play. I have come to buy. I've bought into the download all the games. Now half of the physical games you buy, they want you to download the disc onto your hard drive anyway, for updates. So there's really in my there's no reason to buy a physical copy. Or just favorite game of all time. If you want to give me 5, go for it. I'll take as many as you want to talk about. I can tell you all mine are really, they're going to be Bethesda for the most part. It's going to be Skyrim. It's going to be Baldur's Gate 3. It's going to be um, probably Fallout 3, because that was my introduction to Bethesda. Um, Dragon Warrior. Dragon Warrior 3 was my introduction into RPGs. I'll have to say Final Fantasy 8, maybe 7, were my favorite of that series. So I was more of an RPG type guy. Final Fantasy 6 for Sapphoros. Super Mario RPG. Oh, wow. Yeah, WoW, I can't. WoW almost killed me, literally. StarCraft and the Path of PoE. Oh, yeah, PoE. I got into PoE and something took me away from it, and I never got back into it. And then I moved to Diablo 3, and I never went back to PoE. I had a life-altering addiction to WoW that literally was dangerous to my health. Limit Zero, he says Mario Brothers 3, Contra, Galaga, the arcade version, Doom 2, and Diablo. Yeah, Doom is up there. Duke Nukem was one. I have to put Duke Nukem in there. Duke Nukem was my first semi-adult game. Quake. Quake was impactful in my youth. Super Smash Brothers was very impactful to my youth. Duke 3D. It is, yeah, it's something. Commander Keen, Quest for Glory. Wolfenstein 3D. Man, that one I was not allowed to play because of the Nazis. The kids and I still play Doom 1 and 2, Limit Zero says. A lot of great mods. Yeah. They just finally launched official Baldur's Gate 3 mods for PC. I haven't finished my first playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. I was 42 hours into Baldur's Gate 3 when I realized a lot of mechanics I missed, and I did a restart. So I am now on like hour 15 of my first restart. And I am flubbing it up something fierce, and I may have another restart coming because of how poorly I made decisions in this one. Which is kind of the point of Baldur's Gate anyway. My first playthrough, I didn't realize, I didn't read the book, and I didn't watch any of the videos. I wanted to discover for myself. And if I would have discovered for myself, I would have not, if I didn't discover for myself, I would have saved about 40 hours. Roller Coaster Tycoon, yeah. I didn't really know much about multi-classing. I didn't realize you could have individuals jump into the conversations and take over if they have a higher charisma. I didn't realize that charisma affected the prices even if they had to be talking and not just in the group. BG3 with your brother-in-law. He went and beat it like 10 times with other people and is over it. Now I feel like I want to start over. Yeah, I may have another restart coming. I've gone through the Underdark to reach the tower. I've gone through the Mountain Pass to reach the tower, and my first playthrough I went through the Underdark. I should have done that my second playthrough, but I want to do something different. So I may do another hard restart. My first playthrough was as a rogue because it just was easier for me to do the chests and to do the persuasion. And then my second playthrough, I did a ranger, and the ranger I was up to plus 10 on lockpicking with my rogue. I'm up to +7 with a ranger, which is good enough for almost everything. But I don't like the animal dynamics of ranger, so I play as a nude mage. Yeah, nude mages are dope. There's a lot of very powerful unarmored clothing pieces in that game. I have found this combo, and I don't. It's a random drop. It's clothes that add your dex to your AC, and then I found a ring that gives you 18 dex. So you're talking an AC 16 or 17 mage. Unarmored mage. Like, yes, I'll take that, thank you. And then you pump up the Arcana to help with your magic saving throws, and you're a lock to just decimate. Sabro says, I made so much gold in WoW with max lockpicking on my rogue. I used to sell raptor pets, dinosaur pets, T-Rex pets, whatever they were. I was up to like 1,500 gold or 15,000 gold. And then I just gave it away because I realized I was dying. All right, there are 10 people here, so let me get another chair. All right, Jimmy, would you like to come over here and talk about video games? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you Jimmy, aka LL Cool Jimmy C, aka. What's your Roblox name now?
I need to be downer.
No, sit. I'm gonna move the camera.
Now, no offense, I'm a Metallica fan, but I changed my username. So mine was You Got This 14 before, and I used to change my name. And my second name was now BugFan24, and now this time it's SlipknotFan35 instead.
Yeah, and on Xbox, you're LL Cool Jimmy C.
In Fortnite, yes.
Okay.
So you can find me easily, and I can easily.
And how?
Limit, I love you, man. I just can't believe you're a Slipknot fan like me, so I had to do it. There's no other choice.
How many victory royales do you have in Fortnite?
I don't know. You have to tell them.
Like 50, 60?
About like 60.
Yeah, about every day you get at least one?
Yeah.
Yeah, he averages about one a day on
Slipknot fans
Unite. Yep.
Yeah, buddy, rock on.
So Jimmy, you've been playing video games for about 3 years now?
8 years. Wait, 3 years,
Yeah. Currently, what is your favorite game you like to play now? Fortnite? Yeah. How many skins do you have on Fortnite?
67, that includes the Metallica skins, and I got some jam tracks. That is one is Before I Forget and Holiday.
You have how many skins?
67.
67? Now you've earned...
Level 108.
And you've earned most of those through the Battle Pass, right?
Yes.
And a couple of them were bought for you being a good boy?
I got the Axel.
Okay, you guys sit still, Papa.
I can't sit still.
I know you can. You got this. Now, aside from Fortnite, what is the best game that you've played?
Like, what do you mean?
What other games do you play a lot that you really enjoy that were fun?
Fortnite.
And?
Roblox.
And Roblox? Did you play any Lord of the Rings games?
Yes.
Did you enjoy those?
A little.
A little? Okay. How about Fallout? Did you ever play any Fallout games?
Yes.
Which Fallout game did you play?
76.
Fallout 76?
Yeah.
And what do you like about that video game?
Because. What is your favorite Roblox game? Limit Zero, do you even know what?
Yeah, he designs video games.
Wait, but do you know Roblox?
He knows Roblox.
Because, okay, there is Blade Ball that I'm not pretty good at. There's Fortline, aka Fortnite, which there's 5 different ones. But, okay, if they would play Roblox, I would be very happy. Brookhaven
Brookhaven?
is my favorite. Yes.
What's the-
'cause the Ghostbusters?
Yeah, what's the game that you and I played for a little while? World
Zero.
World Zero was one that you played? What's up, Motley?
Motley Crue. Okay.
What other games do you like? Let me ask you this. So today, what up, Dangle? Little man, it is. What games did you play at Dave and Buster's today for National Video Game Day?
What?
What games did you play for National Video Game Day today? Tell them about them.
Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, what did you play?
I don't know, okay, because it's hard to explain and it's longer. But
Did
let's
we
just
play-
talk about Fortnite.
Did we play a fighting game?
Yes.
Which one?
DC first.
And
We
then
got a 1 card and then Marvel.
and Marvel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, did you get some cards?
Yes.
Did the machine give us free cards?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. All good, Motley. Limit says, my kids play a lot of the Tycoon games, like scary games like Piggy.
Oh, I play Piggy.
Yep, you play Tycoon games too.
Yeah, I do. Oh god. Doors. You know what? I'm gonna need to check their user and be like, I can't believe your dad is Limit Zero, so I'm happy about that.
And what's your Roblox name again?
Slipknot fan 35.
Slipknot Fan
Which I
35.
can show you guys.
No, keep that off the screen. Just sit here.
But it has no spaces.
Did we play the Spider-Man web slinger game?
Yes, and I got a bonus.
You got a bonus. How much was your bonus?
1,035.
Yeah, you got the jackpot, didn't you?
Yeah.
That was
I just
pretty
wanna
awesome.
Start with Fortnite
Okay, we'll just talk about Fortnite.
because I think it's fun to talk.
Okay, did you play Fortnite today?
Yeah.
Yeah? How'd you do?
I did pretty good.
Yeah? Okay.
Those games with collecting cards are fun. We have a bunch of Minecraft arcade cards. I've seen that in Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, I dig that too. I remember when it was, I think it was Golden Axe, the Golden Axe multiplayer version, where you could actually create your own code and you could save your character on the machine at your favorite local arcade. And that was game changing. Now having the cards that allow you to add characters, I think is pretty awesome too. Now, Jimmy, if you could have any game on the planet, what game would you want?
Like any type of game?
Yeah. NBA Jam, yep.
Don't know.
Okay.
Anyways, back to Fortnite.
All right, what do you want to talk about?
Fortnite.
Which, okay, you got to, what, in Fortnite, you got to, so part of, you said you want to stream and be on camera. You have to come up with things to people to talk to you with. You got a new car today? Let's talk about the new car.
This isn't just a normal car.
Ah, you get it. What up, Mitch?
It's a spinner.
It's a fidget spinner Hot Wheels.
Ready? So it lands.
It always lands on its wheels, and it's got a fidget spinner in the middle.
Well, fidget spinner right here. Because this little thing and you.
Dangle, I know you were asking for sports cards. And I will have you know that there is a pre-order on the site right now that has your name on it. Not literally, but figuratively. Today, for those who don't know, is National Video Game Day. So Dave & Buster's has half-price games throughout the building. James and I, after his therapy sessions, went and played an hour and a half worth of video games as a reward for a good session. We were just talking video games. Now, we were supposed to have a video game art break today, but one of the artists' art is not yet in. It's missing. So that is on hold. Okay, no. You can't sing while I'm talking. Sorry, the missus was talking to me. Well, could you potentially have my name on it? You have to go to the website, and as soon as you go to the website, you'll see it. Limit Zero says, my favorite D&B game is Halo. Hey, Jimmy, how do you feel about Halo?
Yes, and I want the Fortnite Halo Master Chief skin so badly that it comes with a mini warthog that you can travel with, and the little, like the gravity hammer, and of course Master Chief himself, and also, not also that, but they have a EONSC tag as a back bling, so I really want that badly.
So, Dangle, the Super Break multi-sport keepsake arrived today. It launches Wednesday, so we're doing pre-orders now. And if you look, a lot of places have it for between $180 and $200. Because we love you, it's at a sweet, sweet $170.
Oh yeah, they did. Oh yeah, they did. But also, what if Paul Maitland would have it, and that would be awesome if you can just trade. I wish.
Trading would be cool.
Yeah. Because he has way more skins than me, I feel like, because he has gaming skins, and he has one of my favorite Predators that I like, and what I want. So, I mean...
Okay. So we are talking video games.
Getting blanky?
Okay. That is Blanky, one of the 5 Blankies he owns, and we swap out.
And he is another... He's another Fortnite player. Watch him play Fortnite. Craig Shield dead. Get that job. Get a win. Yay!
And your favorite part of your blanket is the corners?
Brother.
Yeah, that's nasty.
No, I love it.
We're going to cut that off.
Yeah.
Okay. What other video games you want to talk about? No, don't put that in your mouth. Okay. Are you done?
No.
No?
Tell everyone that I'm good at Fortnite, and that those of them that
Tell
don't
'em.
know me. No.
They know you now.
No, like those of you that don't know me, they just say.
So if Jimmy was 13, he would easily be one of the top Fortnite streamers on the planet. Unfortunately, the rules that are in place for Twitch is he
How about
cannot
YouTube?
have his own channel at 13.
But how about YouTube?
I don't think you can go YouTube Live. It would still have to be under our name. Okay. I think that's it. I think we're going to say bye. And then you can go play.
I'm gonna pause there.
He's not, buddy. So just you're gonna need to wrap it up. So you want to say goodbye to everyone and thank you?
I want to open a box, but goodbye.
There's no,
everyone.
you can't open up it. Nope, you're not
Oh,
allowed to
Daddy,
open up boxes.
Hold on. You're holding it. Goodbye, everyone.
They can't hear you, honey.
Goodbye, everyone. Love you. Wait. My kids are in the same boat. Want to stream also. Okay. Just tell
Alright.
your kids that I play Roblox.
Hey, thanks. Give me a high five. Appreciate you. Special guest, Jimmy.
Let me jump myself.
So yeah, I figured I would bring a video game expert in for the day. Everyone says bye and thank you.
Oh, I forgot to say one word.
What?
Thank you.
There you go. You gonna drink your Kool-Aid? You want to come over here and show everybody what you got? Who remembers these? Jimmy just learned and experienced the Kool-Aid, what are they, Cool Bursts or whatever they call them, and now his life has officially changed. Okay. Thank you. Squeeze-Its, that's what they are. Yep. Here you go.
That was spicy. That was a spicy taste.
There you go. Thank you. All right, folks. Let's show. Actually, it'll be easier to show it this way. Let me do it this way. All right. 2024 Keepsake Multi-Sport Edition. This is pretty nasty. I know we don't have any Griffey fans, but if we did have Griffey fans, there are a lot of Griffey autos in this run. There you can see they have 75 at minimum Griffey autos in here. There are Pele's, Steph Curry, Lionel Messi, Haaland, Shaquille O'Neal, Michael Phelps, that Marvin Harrison kid, Justin Herbert. There's even Elijah Wood. I don't know what sport he played, but he's in there. What are the odds? That's a great question. I don't know. I'll see if I can look it up. Yep, that is a Kobe cut SIG, and that's on a 3x5. Verstappen, Mbappe, Canelo. And that absolute psycho that needs to be in a mental institution, Ryan Garcia. Each box has an autograph. Well, there's your answer. I think that's what you're looking for. And an additional relic. So yeah. You want in on this. What up, Scoops? Yeah, I like Lewis Hamilton. I like the dude's swagger. He's just great. I was stunned that he left Mercedes. That was shocking to me. But I guess he needs to prove he can win outside of a Mercedes. Sorry, Scoops, nobody likes hockey, bud. You are literally the only one. I don't think they have a single hockey player in there. Let me look. They have Chuck Norris. Did he play hockey? Yeah, they don't have a single hockey signer. So, Scuba, definitely not for you. Not for you. All right, let me get this back to where it's supposed to be now. There we go. Yes, there is a Griffey Ichiro dual auto. You can either get it here, Dangle, or wait until it hits eBay. Yeah, Scoobs looks familiar. Oh, listen, folks. There's two things I need to tell you. If you are into collecting comic books, you need to get your hands on two first appearances that are about to go even higher. They just announced Magic, the Marvel female character who has the giant sword, is getting her spin-off. And Null, which actually the Null announcement already happened. Those comic books went through the roof. Null is now $300 for a first appearance. Null is the villain in Venom. But the Magic was an announcement, I believe, today. So those books are still fairly inexpensive. Go ahead. Now, the only problem is there seems to be a bit of an argument as to what the first appearance of Magic is. Because there is an appearance in Giant-Sized X-Men #1 briefly. Then she is kidnapped, and then like 29 years later, in her time, she reappears as Magic, Illyana. So there's an argument as to what her first appearance is. It can be widely accepted that it is Giant-Size X-Men 1, but there is a special notation on, I believe it's X-Men like 180, that says, or not 180, it's, I don't know, it's something, that says first full appearance as Magic. Yeah, Giant-Size X-Men 1 is it's the first time the X-Men, the known team gets together, really. The modern team. But yeah, it's $1,500 for a decent copy. But her other ones are not. The one where she's actually known as Magic is not an expensive book. It's still under $200 for a 9.8. Null, first appearance of Null, went from 180 to 300 after the announcement. So do with that information what you will, folks. Somebody may or may not have told me about Spider-Punk being in Spider-Verse, and I immediately went out and got the crispiest copy of his first appearances I could find. And it's funny, the person who told me that Spider-Punk was going to be in it while it was in production never went and got their own copy. And actually laughed and was like, oh my goodness, I didn't bother to get any of those first appearances, including the Spot. Yes, Google will tell you that's the first appearance of the character as a child. Her first appearance as Magic is also named separately. Let me find it. Len Wein created her, by the way, for those who do not know. New Mutants 14 is the first appearance of Ileana as Magic. So, that is the debate. Are you looking for first Ileana or first Magic? First Magic is still a reasonable priced book. First Ileana, not so much. But they have annotated first Ileana, as Magic for New Mutants 14. There is argument in the collecting community. You can actually Google the debate. People do debate on is it just a throwaway character that they brought back later to give credence to, or was it planned all along to have a multi-year separation between the first appearance and the return? So I'll let you decide. I mean, by all means, if you want to go buy Giant X-Men #1, God bless you. I'm glad you got that kind of dough. The rest of us will probably grab First Magic. What else did I have for today? Jimmy, what else was I going to talk about today? Don't know? Okay. He doesn't know. Let me look at my notes. Oh. Dangle's like, give me 2 of those green things. Due for a good one. They're all good. All right, grab 2 from the middle. $2023 Leaf Holiday Bonus. Dangle got 2 of them. It's a 1-of-1 unsigned proof. It's Alonzo Mourning. Optichrome. Basketball. It's a signature. It doesn't look like pickleball. It's Ryan Howard. WWWNBA. There you go. All sorts of basketball with your name on it. Yes, I have to cut it down, Scoobs. I bought just a large moving box. And then I'm going to cut that down and put the Miracle on Ice inside that and send it as a flat. Yeah, I'll show you. I literally had to buy this big of a box. And then I'm cutting it down, taping it sealed, and sending it. Oh. Dangle, that is... Okay. I was going to say that is going to go into your shipment, but I already shipped your shipment. That arrived at the post office today. I saw Chewy. Yeah, Scoop, thankfully I have a Staples across the street from my apartment, so I was able to grab it on the way to work today. It is totes adorbs. Oh, did anybody actually stick around and watch Sumo yesterday after we raided? There were some really amazing bouts for right after we raided in. Some really good bouts. Good, man. Now, Scuba, what did you do in the military? What was your job? She was in New York, and there are no Air Force bases in New York. All good, Limit Zero. Oh, you were in Air Force. For some reason, I thought you were in the Air Force. I thought you were. I thought you were one of the smart ones. You know, like Lady. Oh, you were Army. That's right, Army. You and Steven. You and Steven were Army. I actually was in. I depped Army, and then right before I was supposed to leave, I switched to Navy. Yeah, Lady's like, hello. Do you think he was in the Air Force because he likes to sit around a lot? Tua just threw a pick six. Poor Tua. So what was your job in the Army? Steven, he won't talk about this. Probably doesn't want me to talk about this, but I'm going to do it anyway. For those who don't know, Steven was actually intelligence. Like, no joke. He was like, he literally cannot talk about some of the stuff he did in the Army. I had clearance. I had top secret clearance. I had eyes only clearance, and I had some satellite clearance depending on the ship. And he still couldn't tell me some of the things that he did. Ladies like, I gave men lots of shots in their rump. And I can also lose your records for you. Do I have any Josh Allen items? Signed Allen items. I don't think so. I sold when right after James was born. Within that 3 years when we were in dire straits, I sold all of my Josh Allen memorabilia. I had dozens of his RPAs. I had dozens of his one-of-one autos. And I sold them so that I could afford food. And I've never actually bought any of them back because now they're 10 times more expensive. So I don't. She can lose the records that say you've already gotten the jab and make you get another one. When I was in the Navy, they were giving out the anthrax vaccine. And I was one of the few that got it. And it caused such horrendous repercussions to the human body. After they gave it to us, after we got our, it was like about a year they gave them out. It was like a shot, and then there was like a 1 month booster, 3 month booster, 9 month booster, and then a year booster. And after I think I got my 9 month, they said, "Oh no, we can't give these to humans. It's really bad for you." Oh, everybody gets the peanut butter shot. That's the peanut butter shot is it's penicillin. The peanut butter shot is penicillin. It's frozen penicillin. Everybody got that. It was mandatory in boot camp. Unless you were allergic to penicillin. Then you didn't get the penicillin. But did you get your cooties shot? Yes. I am pretty proud of myself. I managed to get through the Navy without catching a single case of cooties. I on my son's life, that is true. I don't think I know a single person that I hung out with in the Navy that didn't get cooties. And I managed to get through my entire Navy career without getting cooties. As a matter of fact, I got through my entire adult life without getting cooties. I have never gotten cooties. I have never had a shot for cooties. And there are very few human beings that I grew up with that didn't get cooties at one point or another in their life. I was very careful in who I hung around with and how I hung around with them. My mother was in the medical field, so I was always a very well-informed child, even at young ages. Sound on. ASMR only works with sound. because you know that what goes TDY does not necessarily stay TDY. Yeah. Yeah, I always took the I never believed in the Vegas terms. I believed that I believe that everything that happens and you should never talk about any of it. Is what it is. All right, 7:15. We're gonna go first last call. First last call on the evening. Again, any comic book you could possibly want, whether it be a random signed comic, a random sketched comic, or a random graded comic, they are here for your indulging. Next week we have the art. And of course, next week we will have Super Break pre-sale as well. And that's be the goods.
I was
You will have a choice today. It is either art or sumo for the raid. Art or sumo. It's up to you to vote. First answer to 3 wins. Scuba says sumo. Limit Zero says sumo art. Ooh, that could be interesting. Hey, Jimmy, look at this piece of art he's doing. How great is that?
Okay, just please just tell him that I know.
I will. I'll ask him if he'll sell it. All right, it looks like sumo. You need a hug today. Can you have 5? Yeah. I gave you 5 5s. That's like 25. Oh, I have finally, during a raid, got the best raid emote you can get. And I actually have to log into mine to show you. This is known as the Gritty Goose. It's a goose doing the gritty. That is like a level 7 hype train emote or level 5 hype train emote. So I give you 5 goose doing the gritty. Midnight Sumo got up to like a level 8 or 9 hype train. And he's like, oh, we now are, you can randomly get this, and this. This is a limited time one. This is a goose doing the gritty. He's like, it's 100 bits or a sub to get it. I was like, I will do a $1 to try to get the goose. And I got the goose. I was excited. Ever do CCG openings? Yeah, I've done them in the past. I've opened Pokemon original packs. I've opened a lot of Magic. I helped do a Magic Alpha set break at my old job. I've handled a Black Lotus. I've handled Jester's Mask, I think it was called. I've handled a lot of high-end cards. We don't buy them. They're through another company that I'm not associated with. They're on. If you go to the other company, they're still on there. They're from 99 and 2000. I used to open a lot of MTG. I used to open a lot of stuff. Now, like, if you wanted, I am extremely lucky. I have a 4-leaf clover and the word lucky tattooed on my chest. It was my first tattoo. I am one of those people that if something's going to happen, it's going to happen to me for the good. People used to send me stuff and just pay me to open it and send it back to them. So if you ever wanted to splurge on something and you wanted the luckiest human on the planet to open it for you, I would gladly receive it here and send it back to you after, and I'll open it live and do a video for you. We don't carry it because we have a very niche market. As you can see, we can only get 10 to 20 people in here, and those 10 to 20 people all like different things. So there's just, for us, not really a market for us to do those kinds of things. Our margins are so small to begin with that if we didn't carry something that everyone had a chance at liking, we would lose our ass on it. So, sitting on an old Pokemon pack? Charizard, baby. Someone sent a pallet of 91 Donruss. No, it has to be good stuff. It has to be stuff worth opening. Speaking of opening, hey folks, if you haven't seen, you remember all of those Star Wars stickers I opened for you that were in pristine condition from the OG 1977 Series 1 packs? Well, if you go to Heritage Auction, you will now see that those graded in 9s and 10s are going for almost $1,000 depending on who they are. Yes, current bids. You're welcome. If you're lucky, you might get one Elite from a pallet. Yep. Yep, it's like the Vince Lombardi hologram. Excuse me. The most common interest here is probably Star Wars, I would argue. Yeah. Lord of the Rings is up there too. Looks like Tua Tungavailoa got another concussion. Listen, Tua, I'm being serious here, buddy. You got to retire. You're going to die. This is your fifth major concussion of your life. Major concussion. Tua Tungavailoa's got to quit playing football. He's going to die. He's going to have, if he doesn't already, a severe traumatic brain injury on top of the four he's already had. Tua Tungavailoa needs to quit football. He's done. He's got to quit playing football. He is going to die if he continues. He is going to be in a wheelchair, soiling himself at age 35 if he doesn't stop. Yeah, he just walked out and they had his helmet. The backup quarterback is in. He's in the locker room. Tua's he's got to retire. He's gonna die. Like I'm dead serious. I'm not talking in. Once you've had a concussion, you are susceptible to having another. He has had 3 major concussions that he was hospitalized for. He's had 2 additional major concussions, one of them in college. He's gonna die. He probably already has CTE. His life has been shortened by football already. He needs to go. There's no point for Tua. He's not even a good football player anymore. Some of the hockey players' CTE stories are super sad. No, I concur. No, I believe me. The wrestling ones are as well. Get a chance to look at the link I sent. I did not. Thursday is the busiest day of our week. We wake up, we immediately have 2 hours of therapy for James. Then that is a 40-minute round trip drive. He got a treat today by going to Dave and Buster's for an hour and a half. We got home, I took a shower, I took a 40-minute nap because I was exhausted, and then we came here, stopping on the way to the post office to drop off all of the boxes, at Staples to get a box for your items, and then to arrive here at 10 minutes to 4. Once I raid to Sumo, I will look at the link. All right, we are going to head out to Sumo. Midnight Sumo is the premier English narrated sumo on the internet. Trust me, I've looked. There's another guy who does it. I'm not a fan of his. He swears too much. Midnight Sumo's more of a relaxed dude.
Daddy, but the Ghostbusters guy.
If any of the boxes just curious, if any of the boxes are purchased, they are opened live on the next stream, or are there specific days for different boxes? Anything that we have in hand, I will open immediately. I keep my phone with me, and my phone alerts me to sales. That's the dings you hear. Well, it's either text or sales. So I will open things immediately. If it's pre-ordered, I will open it on the day that it releases, like the sports comes out Wednesday. I will be opening that up on Wednesday. Everything else is open immediately. If you send me something to open, I will open it. I will reach out to you personally, and we will schedule a time for it to open. You're good, Scoops. All right, folks, that's it. I love each and every one of you. Please take care of yourselves and each other, and we get to do this again tomorrow. Come hungry for comics, because that's what we got, homies. Until then, a little midnight sumo raid is in effect. And I will talk to everybody manana.